こんにちは、皆さん。Ms.P です。Hello, everyone. I'm Ms.P. Welcome back to SAT Mathematics Lesson 9. So, today we're gonna learn about complex numbers. So, let's get started. Okay, so now we have SAT Math Lesson 9. Question number 1. Which of the following is equivalent to 16 over 3 minus square root of 7i? So we see the multiple choices here, but none of them has imaginary unit in the denominator. So we have to get rid of imaginary unit from the denominator. So what we have to do? We have to multiply this expression by the conjugate of the denominator. So let's see it. And first of all, I have to rewrite this one over here. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite here. 16 over 3 minus square root of 7i and times the conjugate of a denominator, which is 3 plus square root of 7i, and this is going to be also 3 plus square root of 7i, and this is 1. Actually, this is 1 because you don't want to change the value of the expression. So now I'm going to rewrite here 16 times 3 plus square root of 7i all over parentheses 3 minus square root of 7i times 3 plus square root of 7i. So now I have to calculate the denominator. So let's see. So I'm going to rewrite here denominator 3 minus square root of 7i times 3 plus square root of 7i. So now we have to use FOIL. And first 3 times 3, which is 9. And next one is outer parts. 3 times square root of 7i, which is positive 3 square root of 7i. And next, inner parts here, negative square root of 7i times 3, which is negative 3 square root of 7i. And then the last is going to be this one, negative square root of 7i times square root of 7i, which is negative 7i squared, because negative square root of 7 times I times square root of 7 times I. Negative square root of 7 times square root of 7 is negative 7. And I times I is I squared. And now we know I squared is negative 1 because of the definition. So I'm going to say this is negative 1, of course, right? And negative 7 times negative 1 will be positive 7. So, and then the middle parts will be cancelled. So, this is going to be real number 9 plus 7, which is 16. So, now I'm going to rewrite over here 16. I'm going to go back to original expression. 16 times 3 plus square root of 7i over, this is denominator is 16, so 16 and 16 will be cancelled out, and then this is going to be 3 plus square root of 7i. So I see the answer is A here. Is this easy enough? So let's practice more. So now we have question number 2. Which of the following is equivalent to 15 over 2 plus square root of 11i? So this is same thing. We see the multiple choices here, but none of them has imaginary unit in denominator. So we have to get rid of imaginary unit from the denominator. So we have to multiply this expression by the conjugate of denominator. So I'm going to rewrite here 15 over 2 plus square root of 11i times the conjugate of the denominator is 2 minus square root of 11i, and I'm going to say same thing, 2 minus square root of 11i, which is 1. This is 1 because you don't want to change the value of the expression. So I'm going to rewrite over here 15 times 2 minus square root of 11i all over parentheses 2 plus square root of 11i times 2 minus square root of 11i. So now I'm going to calculate the denominator. So I'm going to rewrite here 2 plus square root of 11i times 2 minus square root of 11i. So we're going to use a FOIL again. So first 2 times 2, which is 4, and then outer is 2 times negative square root of 11i, which is negative 2 square root of 11i, and then inner part square root of 11i times 2 plus 2 square root of 11i, and then last square root of 11i times negative square root of 11i, which is negative 11i squared. And then this is the same thing as before. I squared is negative 1 because of the definition, and this is negative 1. So negative 11 times negative 1 is positive 11. So this and this will be cancelled out, and the real numbers 4 plus 11 is 15. So now maybe you already know the answer. Denominator is 15, and the numerator 15 times 2 minus square root of 11i, and then we can cancel 11, and this is going to be 2 minus square root of 11i, which is B. So we are done. Hello everyone, how was today's lesson? I hope today's lesson was very helpful. So see you next time in lesson 10. Good luck! Hi Nora, can you talk? Can you talk? Can you talk, Nora? Every time I make a video, you stop talking. Why? Can you talk? Nora, can you talk? Nora, can you talk? Nora, can you talk? Oh, you talk! You talk!